the fact that we know an umpire's name means he's an embarrassing umpire. Like, you don't get that type of notoriety as an umpire unless you do horrible things and do them often. Like Jim Joyce. We know Jim Joyce's name. Right, but that was a one-time occasion. Yeah. How many other umpires can you name, Maz? Right. None. They have to be very bad at their job. Very rarely do we sit up here like, man, the best umpire in the game is... Right. Nobody has that name in their back pocket and can pull that out in a conversation. But you could definitely tell your worst, and Angel Hernandez up there.
Byrne donated $5 in the Woodward Sports chat. Detroit is the only city to win an NFL championship, Stanley Cup, and World Series in the same year. I believe that was 1934. But again, the Pistons weren't around. Needless to say, the thing with Angel Hernandez, there was a video on X today of some of Angel Hernandez's worst calls, and they were fairly recent.
Everywhere. Yep.
You cannot continue to trot him out there. And not only is Angel Hernandez, was he brutal and affected the outcome of games for being as bad as he was, Angel Hernandez was as combative as they came.
Yeah.
So even when he made a bad call, there was no allowance for any reaction to that. And he had a quick trigger, and he would toss you, and he'd make a big stink out of it, and he'd be a showman about it. And I have no feeling about Angel Hernandez. Like, usually when somebody loses their job, and I do believe baseball ended Angel Hernandez's career, and not the other way around. But
you're fired.
He was as combative as any umpire you will see in the game.
Yep.
And I think it's a good day that he's not there. Now, Kevin Donaldson mentions C.B. Buckner. C.B. Buckner is a terrible
umpire. He's up there as well.
I have no idea.
And you know his name.
Exactly. I have no idea what game he's out there watching. And you like
Tim Donaghy for basketball back in the day, you know, the guy that Sheed accosted after a game. It's like, well, yeah, then the guy was found out to be throwing games.
Well, even that aside, I mean, maybe they're just bad. Maybe they're just bad at their job.
I just don't know what they're looking at.
I know. And one of the worst things that ever happened to the umpire was the strike box on television.
Yes.
That is the absolute worst thing that ever happened to an umpire.